Have you ever wondered why individuals react differently to similar situations? Well, that is because there are different determinants of behavior that affect how we behave. I will be talking about biological factors. These are inborn or physical characteristics that affect how people behave, think, feel, and react to different situations. And there are different factors. And under these biological factors, there are also different factors that affect how they behave. And they are genetics, hormones, nervous system, age and maturity. Genetics, you already know, that's behavior. Children inherit different personality traits from their parents. Example, intelligence, appearance. You see a child that looks exactly like their father or exactly like their mother, you be like, that is genetics for you. And also intelligence. So children can inherit the ability to learn things faster in schools or different places that they go to, that and adaptability. We also have the hormones. We all know how the hormones work in our body. Our hormones help us to react differently to how things happen around us. We also have our nervous system and the brain structure. If our brain is damaged, our behavioral activity will be affected, and people can become numb. They just act differently, and they will become rejected by society, and that is the biological factor.
I'll be talking about one of the determinants of behavior, and one of the determinants of behavior is psychological factor. Psychological factor is a factor that influences how people think, feel, and behave. One of the psychological factors I'll be mentioning is perception. You might have two individuals, you might criticize them or they criticize them. How they see the criticism is based on their psychological factor, their mental states, and how they process things. So persons have acquired more knowledge on how to handle psychological factors, but some persons feel reluctant to handle such, to acquire more knowledge on handling handling their mental well-being. Thank you.
Then we have social factors. Social factors are the influences that come from both the people and the groups around us. They play a major role in shaping how we become as individuals. And I'm going to talk about, just for today, family, peer groups, group influence, and social roles. Family is the first social unit an individual is exposed to. They're the people that begin the lesson on how to behave, how to talk, how to act, and so on and so forth. Then the second one is group influence. Group influence now refers to the people. Now refers to those people that behave in a certain way just to be accepted into a particular group. Now, these people may decide to dress or talk in a certain way that will please a particular group, even if it goes away from their personal preferences. Then the next one is social roles. Social roles are those behaviors that we execute as individuals of the society, which is accepted and is based on our purposes in the society. Then the last one, and no, but not the least, we are coming, is friends. Friends, peer groups. Friends and peer groups, this refers to those people that behave in a certain way to be accepted by their friends. They act in a certain way, even if it's negatively, even if it's positively, they just want to be added to this friend group or to befriend another person. And we move on to the next.
Environmental factors are external, physical, and social conditions that influences the person's behavior. These are surroundings in which we live, in, grow, and study. The person's environment can be positive or negative. For example, home environment. The atmosphere of a particular place influences the person's behavior, the person's thoughts, and how the person thinks. Like, you can compare a person who grew in good ghetto to a person who lives private life, like in an estate of home.
In conclusion, determinants of behavior affect how individuals react in different situations, like the biological factors. No two persons is biologically the same. In the environmental factors, people tend to behave according to where they grew up or where they see themselves coming up in life. And the social factors are where socials affect how people interact with people in the society, and like that is behavior for you. Thank you.